machine now. Y'all doing all right.
Monty, you were saying after the last game, you didn't want to talk Philly until back here, but just your thoughts on the Sixers and Embiid just being forcing the challenges for facing them. They have a lot of players back in the field.
I mean, what more can I add to that it hasn't already been said? We understand the challenges that Joel presents every night on so many levels, offensively, defensively, the grit and toughness that he shows. From afar, it looks like he's matured in his leadership, and you can see the effect that it has on the team. And then you look at the players around him. Maxi's, he's a handful, and then they just have savvy veterans all over the place. Tobias is Tobias. You know, you tend to take him for granted, but you look at his numbers and production, you're like, such a good team. And Doc just figures it out. You know, he's done it everywhere he's gone, where, you know, no matter what he's given, he just gives the group confidence, and they continue to win. So it's just a challenge on every level when you face a team like this.
Are you surprised that they've done this well without Ben?
I didn't have any skin in that game, so I can't even make that assessment. Plus, you're not getting my headline, so I'm not going to answer it that way. You know exactly what it is, so yeah, you will if I say something.
You mentioned from afar, like Joel's maturity more.
Yeah.
When you kind of do look at his development, even since maybe what stands out to you about him.
He's always smart, but now you can just see him picking his spots. The way he draws fouls now is totally different than how it was when we were here. I remember Marcus Smart and Lowry used to get under his skin, and now you don't see anybody getting under his skin. Now he's getting under other players' skin. So I think that just comes with time, maturity, and allowing players to grow. Then he's in better condition, it seems. You know, we used to play him in short spurts. Now he plays totally different rotation in the first quarter, which means he's, you know, mentally and physically maturing. And it takes guys a while to do that and stay healthy. You could go on and on about Joe. He's just an unreal basketball player, and he's just tough as nails. And I enjoyed my time with him here, just talking about basketball and, you know, other stuff that we would talk about. He's a pretty smart dude, pretty perceptive. Don't want him trolling me, whatever that means. I don't want to. I hear him talking about that. I'm like, I don't want that guy doing that to me.
You talk about like the maturity and everything like that. But when you were here for that 1 year, did you have discussions with them about that? Like, oh, man, this you could do so much better.
Yeah, that would be a headline if I told that story. He'd probably be better at telling that story. But we had a few talks, but we had one in particular where it's pretty black and white. And to his credit, he took it. You know, he didn't tell me to go fly a kite, didn't storm out of my office. We just had a really good conversation about the great ones and what they do. And he looked me right in the eyes and he just took it. And that's when I knew, like, that guy has a shot, you know. And he was already really good, but I felt like that year was my job to help Brett in that way. And I built a relationship with Joe because I met him years and years ago at Basketball Without Borders. He was like 15, 16 years old, you know, so I'd known him a little bit, and he remembered me and I remembered him. So when I had that conversation with him, it wasn't that hard.
physical tonight.
Mhm.
He's one of those defenders who's known to make plays.
Sure.
Have an impact. Just what are your impressions of him?
Yeah, Kevin and I watched film on him this morning about, just looking at his defensive techniques and how, guys like that can have an impact on the game without scoring. And obviously, he can score the ball. He's shooting it with a little more confidence than he did from a catch shot environment. And then he plays in the dunker a little bit like Ben did. So he's figuring that part out. So defensively, he's one of the better on ball, on body defenders that, that's in the league. A lot of guys can defend on the ball when a guy has the ball, but he's one of those guys that can defend on the body when a primetime player doesn't have the ball. Like he's pretty good in that environment.
What stands out about the year playing in Philly when you probably played last year playing some small ball for Larry?
Yeah.
What stands out about that year?
Oh gosh, it was a while
It was
ago.
wild.
I mean, Coach Brown was a genius, and I learned so much that year playing with Coach. And then I just had great teammates, Alan and Eric and Blue, Aaron McKee. Like those guys were phenomenal teammates, and I still stay in touch with all of those guys. I was texting with was the craziest text Alan texted me the other day and was like, just randomly, he's like, "You still think you can out throw me?" He was talking about football because we had a throwing contest in Portland one time. And that's how competitive he is. He was still concerned because I beat him, but he could throw 65 yards on a rope, and that's really hard to do at his size. And I've never seen anybody that size throw that far on the button. And so that's what I remember. We came up short that year, but the relationships that I forged that year with that team, a lot of them are still in place.
Tell the guys about the business side this week.
Yeah.
Trade deadline. We've been through a number of these.
Yeah.
Over the years, the coaching player. Perspective.
I don't talk about it because most of it is, rumor and narrative. And I never want to, bring up a conversation that has no substance. If something were to happen, then it's my job to, handle it. But I don't. But the players know in our program that we have enough equity with each other. If they wanted to talk, I'm there. But I never bring it up just because you know how it is. Most of it is just hoops hype, whatever those things are called. And I don't want to bring it up if there's nothing there.
Anything else, Coach? Thank you.
Thank you.
So remind me, if you 65.